Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Moby and Queenie show, the show where we might be Forrest Gump, because like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get. Yeehaw! Yo, give it up for us, y'all.
Hi.
How you doing today? Moby's back after our little hiatus, and
we missed you, Moby.
I missed you too. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week, but my wife had plans, and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's right.
That's right.
Very good.
How's your week?
It's been eventful. I'll say that. I'm exhausted.
How was your couple of weeks?
Let's just say this. I'm looking forward to the summer. I'm looking forward to my son being done with school and just seeing where the summer brings me.
Well, speaking of school, they're almost out.
Yes.
Yeah, Juneteenth coming up, which is going to be no school for the kids.
Yeah, I know. Making it a short week.
Last day for Owen is going to be on Tuesday, a half day.
Very good.
And he's asking me, Dad, can I stay home? I'm done. I'm gone to kindergarten. We're going to first grade. We're leaving kindergarten.
Have you talked to Mom about that yet?
Mom don't know, but
well, she's going to find out.
He can come to work with me. That's fine. Owen's out of kindergarten, moving on up to first grade.
Yes.
And you got a big boy moving up too.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a freshman in high school.
Yeah,
he looks like he's gonna be a freshman in college.
No?
He just had his birthday, as a matter of fact. It was this week. So happy belated.
Happy belated.
We had a wonderful time celebrating his birthday, and now he's officially 14, but he looks like he's about 18, 19.
He's a big boy.
Oh my God, he eats everything.
Something we always do around here. What we're sipping on?
Yes.
What you sipping on today, Queenie?
I decided to go with an old favorite. I'm doing my sweet red wine. I just need to kind of keep it chilled today.
Red wine.
Don't quit your day job.
Hey, I used to sing.
You didn't sing that? Yeah, I was like, that song.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you got?
I am bringing back the Doctor, the McGillicuddies, but favorite of mine, cherry. Growing up, cherry's always been my favorite. Starburst, Skittles.
Really?
It doesn't matter. Cherry's my thing. So,
very good.
A little bit of cherry today, and a little bit of cheers to the Queen.
Cheers.
And, cheers to you.
Here we go.
And of course, I always got a little backup of whiskey, so
always,
give me a sip of that whiskey
always.
too.
Oh, you're doing both?
I'm just taking
this guy.
Moving on to the next subject. So we got a riddle of the day.
Yes.
We always start with a riddle of the day. And today's riddle, I hope is going to be a little harder than last. So be prepared and use your brains, and we will give you the answer at the end of the show.
Yes.
This riddle is: poor people have it, rich people want it. If you eat it, you'll die. What am I? What do rich people have?
Or that want.
Want.
What do rich people want?
Poor people have. You don't want to eat. It got to be antifreeze, right?
Antifreeze.
I don't know. If you eat antifreeze,
oh,
you'll die.
Moby.
Jesus,
I don't know.
I don't know. Turn into the Incredible Hulk. That's the riddle.
Yeah.
Think about it. Use your brain. It's a hard one this week, folks. So
it's a classic, though.
It's a good classic
I like this one. I thought I knew it, but then I forgot it. And then when I found out the answer, I was like, oh, I so knew that. So I'm sure some of you will have that experience.
They'll get it.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Another thing we start with is the dish of the day.
Yes.
And today's dish of the day is inspired by my youngest child, Owen. And he wanted it to be tacos.
You can't go wrong with tacos, but
the dish of I get it. It's a good dish of the day. The taco seems a little plain. I know people who watch the Moby and Queenie show expect a little more zest. So today's dish of the day isn't just the regular taco.
What is it?
It is the Steak Taco Supremo.
Ooh,
which is Supremo. Yeah, that is carne asada steak, soft shell, hard shell. I don't know what you like. And the Supremo would be the lettuce, tomato, and the sour cream that goes inside of it.
Yes.
So
I love sour cream.
Taco Supremo. If any of you guys are feeling, up to it tonight, go and grab some tortilla shells, some hard shells, some steak, and
Or you can cheat like I did yesterday with my son. He wanted, for his birthday, like burritos.
Yeah.
And he decided to go to this really awesome place that's very local in Weymouth called Santa Fe.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Never heard of it.
Oh, my God. It's just delicious. You got to go check it out if you really like.
Yes.
It's good. So if you don't want to make it at home, find like the best Mexican restaurant or cafe that's nearby and get one of those, because I still have food for days. I decided to get the bowl. I always get the bowl because I know I can never finish. But my son ate this monstrosity of a burrito yesterday. I was like, seriously? And then he was still looking for snacks after his food sold an hour later. I'm like, dude, I can't take it.
Well, in my household, it's frowned upon to not like any kind of Mexican food.
That's right.
I'm sure I'll love it regardless.
Yes.
But give it a try.
Yeah, it's really good.
Is it like a dine-in? Is it like
you can dine in, but it's like a mom and pop type of place, but it's really nice. And you can dine in, but they were packed last night. Everybody was coming in getting their whatever they were ordering. They have street tacos. They have the street corn.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God! And speaking of Supremo, I love sour cream, so I was like, lather that bad boy all over my bowl. She was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes." It was good.
Well, speaking of food and food trucks, this weekend after we left my parents' house, we did a food truck on the way home.
Oh, where?
Morel's, and they park in Hingham right next to the Lobster Pound.
Okay.
And we've been dying to try this place. So we've been living in Stoughton now, coming up on 3 years this September.
Okay.
And right when we moved in there was a place called Morel's, a barbecue place.
It's barbecue.
It's barbecue, yeah. And it was like walking distance from our house.
Okay.
Before we had a chance to try it, COVID shut them down. Before we had a chance to try it,
COVID.
they never opened back up. So we're like, come on. One of the many trips down to my parents' house, we're driving by, and there they are. They got a food truck now. They got the smoker on the side of the food truck. You can tell he's going all in. And this Sunday when we stopped, I got to talk to the owner himself. Very nice guy.
Very good.
You could tell he's working his ass off out there.
All right.
And we got some pulled pork sandwiches. We got some pulled chicken sandwiches.
Ooh.
Owen got a cheeseburger.
Okay.
Which was very flavorful. They had like Worcestershire and you tasted in there. But yeah, Morel's.
I'm going to have to check that out myself.
Hingham.
I love barbecue.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
What do they have for sides?
Some sides too. We got some coleslaw.
Okay.
Kristen got some collard greens.
Oh, she did. Let me find out. Okay.
She did.
She got her some collard greens.
I didn't
Go ahead,
try
girlfriend.
them. She said we had to.
Okay.
And, I don't remember what else. We got one other side too. But
Okay.
yeah, I ate coleslaw. Coleslaw was good.
It's in Hingham, you said?
Yeah, Hingham, right by the Lobster Pound.
Okay, right by Lobster
heading
Pound.
in on
I'm checking it out.
Right on the bend there.
Yeah.
There's an auction place, and they're in the parking lot.
Good to know.
Yeah, try them out, Morel's. Originally from
Morel's.
Stoughton, now a food truck on the road, and if you like barbecue, it's good food.
I do. So that's good. I'll go and support. Absolutely.
Good.
Sounds good.
Check them out.
All right.
Boston Celtics.
You have to talk about this, Moby.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, Jason Tatum was the MVP last night for the Golden State Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
I'd hate to point fingers, and I don't, because he got us there. He brought us to the finals. He's a great player. He's a young player. It's hard to match up against veterans like Steph Curry and some of these other dudes out there.
Yep. I understand.
We tried. We had a good run.
Yes, we did. But too bad, so sad. We ultimately lost.
There's always next year.
I'm hearing, I totally have like some background music going on. I apologize for that.
Oh, that's fine. I love background music.
It's gonna be staying like that for a minute.
That's okay. Roll with us. All
right, we'll work
Keep
it.
going. Next segment, what do we got going? We got weird laws in Massachusetts
yes.
and New Hampshire. I know you like that one.
Yes.
So what do we got for weird laws this week?
This week we have 2 weird laws for Massachusetts and 2 weird laws for Vermont.
Okay.
So I'll start with Vermont. Okay. So in Vermont, it's not legal to whistle underwater. Isn't that odd?
Is it even
Could you even?
I'm
like, could you even do it? Has anyone tried?
I don't know.
Who would even? Why is that even on the law books? I really want to understand and know. I need to understand and know.
It's got something to do with prostitution. I guarantee.
Really?
It's got it.
No,
They're
it's
the only
whistling
ones-
underwater.
Well, they're the only ones that should be blowing underwater.
Oh,
I'm
God. Leave it to Moby, right?
It's just standard things that come through a mind of a man. Prostitution is bad. Women are good.
Thank you for that clarification.
And men can be prostitutes too, so don't.
That's true. That's true.
I would
Although
know,
few and far between,
because
but yes.
I had a family member who knew someone.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say I.
I knew you did. I had a family member that knew someone.
Oh,
that
boy.
knew someone that did that.
Really?
Red light district.
Wow.
Red light
Is that even still in existence in Boston anymore?
No. Combat zone is what you're
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Combat zone.
Red light's New York, isn't it?
No, the red light district is in Amsterdam.
Oh.
That's like legal
learned something new today.
prostitution, like
Oh.
$1
Okay.
bills, y'all. You go in. This is how you start your day in Amsterdam if you've never been.
Have you been?
If you've never been as a boy, this is how you start. No, I haven't been. And let me tell you, I had a few friends that went. I've talked about this. I hang with an older crowd.
Yeah.
I'm the old guy now. But at a time, I hung with an older crowd. And there was like Woodstock I could have went to.
Yep.
Obviously not the one in the 60s. I wasn't
That would have
born
been
yet.
cool, though.
But the Woodstock, I think it was in 99.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
in 99. So at the time I was 14 going on 15. I kind of understand why my parents didn't want me to go to upstate New York for a 3-day festival.
Yeah.
The following year was the trip to Amsterdam.
Okay.
A bunch of friends went, and I kind of understand why my parents didn't want me to go then. Again, young.
After going, though.
Yeah, well, no.
Oh, you didn't go?
No,
Okay.
I lived
Vicariously. Okay.
You know.
Do the
But,
others.
So you start your day at a coffee shop, sipping on, coffee with mushrooms in it.
Oh.
Now, assuming that you didn't have too much of that coffee and you can still kind of navigate through your day.
Okay.
You see the sightseeing on a gondola or so.
Okay.
Maybe hit some other cafes around the town because there's a lot of legal weed smoking, which back then, mind you, it wasn't legal like it is
Okay,
now.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So to
okay.
go to Amsterdam in the 90s was like a heaven for
A big
pothead.
deal, yeah.
It's
a big deal,
thing.
yeah.
So when the potheads got there and realized the mushrooms were legal too, it was like, okay, we're going to have a good day today. No, but then you hit the red light district, it's the prostitutes at the end of the night. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
That's it. Day in Amsterdam for a young man.
Wow, well, that's pretty interesting.
Legal, all legal.
Yeah. All legal. But we're going back to what's illegal. And in Vermont, again, I have a second law. Doves must not be kept in the freezer. I'm not quite sure what that's about.
Wait, what's not in the freezer?
Doves, like the doves, pretty doves with wings.
Like birds?
Yes! I'm like, what, why is that a law for Vermont?
I'm going to tell you why I think it's a law.
Why?
And I'm just going to use speculation crossed with common sense, maybe.
Okay.
Koi fish. What
Koi
happens
fish.
in a koi fish pond in the winter?
They freeze and then they're underneath the water, but they're frozen.
They are frozen.
Yeah.
They hibernate. What happens when they unfreeze? They come back to life.
Yes.
So they don't die. You get the state of hibernation.
Is that the same rule for doves?
I'm not sure. This is where you following me though, right? Okay.
I am.
Doves get released where? Weddings.
Oh,
usually,
right.
Stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
You need to time the release of your doves.
Okay.
So by a little bit of cryogenic freezing and
Okay.
timing, maybe you just freeze your doves up for about 20 minutes or so, and then you put them on the tray, and then you'd be like, okay,
I have to look this up
we're
now.
going to exchange our vows at exactly 12 o'clock. So
What?
you pull the birds out at 11:40, and then right there, I love you, Mrs., and the birds fly away.
Okay.
How do you time the doves?
You have them in a cage, and then you just pull them out and
Yeah, but
release
look
them
at
when
the
it's
cage.
time.
You freeze them and you put them on a tray.
Okay. I don't understand
Like chicken
that.
tenders.
Ew. Moby, you're killing me. But you know what else is killing me? This freaking alarm. I'm sorry. I have to shut it off.
Yeah, I think that's why I got the birds in my head. I'm thinking about the birds.
I have to. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, Queenie. We understand. See, we record uncut, raw footage here, so when
Yeah,
something-
fun times,
when
fun
something
times.
totally fucked up happens, you guys just gotta roll with the punches. Episode 10, roll with the punches, I swear.
Oh,
We're going to continue to
God.
have fun, folks.
Yes. It's always something new, right? It's like it's like you said. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
On this show.
I'm saying. All right. So moving on to the Massachusetts laws.
What do you got?
So one law, which I thought was really interesting, was that an old ordinance states that goatees are illegal unless you first pay for a special license for the privilege of wearing one or having one in Massachusetts. So for all you guys out there with the goatees, be aware it's illegal according to the Massachusetts state laws.
This isn't technically a goatee. I think
You have to go all the way around. So be
goatee.
careful. Make sure you keep it clean.
See, this is what I call the goat. Right here. See this? Take a good look. Fuck the beard.
Oh, God.
Goat right here.
Too funny. All right.
I'm
then
the goodest of all time.
the goodest.
That's all you're getting out of me.
So then the other law, which I felt was really important because I don't know about you, but I love seafood. And you don't like seafood. I
like it. Shellfish.
Okay. I love all seafood. And to me, being in Massachusetts, like, it's so important to have good seafood. So when we have the opportunity to eat out somewhere, like, unless it's like a known seafood place, I'm not one to really order seafood from like the 99. No offense, but there's so many great seafood joints around here.
Yeah,
like,
I don't blame you.
there's no reason to get that.
Yeah.
So the law that is on the books in Massachusetts is that tomatoes may not be used in the making of clam chowder chowder.
I know this.
That one I totally agree with. And I felt the need to bring it up today just to make sure, because, sometimes people like to get a little fancy, try to explore and do things, but know that it's illegal in Massachusetts to put tomatoes in your clam chowder.
Anybody who knows this, New England clam chowder, the red or the white. That's Ace Ventura. It's a question to get in. So it's the password. New England clam chowder, if you say red,
you're done.
You're done. You're not coming in. It's just, no. Doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Does not happen.
I love my seafood. I love all kinds of seafood. I don't discriminate, but definitely with the clam chowder, got to make sure there are no tomatoes.
No. I love tomatoes, but not my
I like tomatoes too. Interesting fact, when I was younger, I used to have an allergy to tomatoes.
Really?
Yes.
The
and
fruit,
then
not
yes.
the
That's right. You're smart.
Yeah.
And then over time, I outgrew the allergy, and now I love tomatoes in my salad.
I love tomatoes too. And my kids love them, and my wife loves
That's
them.
good.
And it's good, healthy
Have you ever had fried green tomatoes?
Oh. See, this is why I love this show so much.
Here we go.
Because you never know who's going to say what to bring something. And I'm sorry, wifey.
Uh-oh.
This wasn't technically her fault.
Uh-oh.
It was, but I'm not going to blame her. And I can't even remember what it was.
You just said it was, but I'm not going to blame her.
I don't even remember what they were. But no, I haven't.
Oh.
I love the movie Fried Green Tomatoes, which if you haven't seen, people watch. It's an old flick from the 90s.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Take a watch of Fried Green Tomatoes.
It's a good one.
But my wife tried to make us fried green tomatoes one time.
You know what? I forgot. She's gonna be mad.
Such a good job making them.
They looked good.
And they looked good, but they didn't taste right, and they were tart, and we couldn't quite figure it out until after the fact. They weren't
tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Did you ever figure out what they were?
We did, and I can't remember right now.
I can't either, but I do remember that they looked good on the outside, but it wasn't a tomato.
Like I would have thought.
It was something green. It was a green vegetable.
It was a green tomato. That wasn't a tomato. It was I don't even know, a pepper or something.
I forgot all about that.
No, I've never had them. We're gonna now.
Yes.
This is this is why I love this show, folks. You never know what kind of weird shit is gonna come out of one of our mouths here.
I totally forgot about that. I'm so sorry,
I knew
wifey.
you were part of it. Oh, it's okay. Again, she meant well. And
They looked good. They did.
They,
So when you get the actual green tomato, I'm pretty sure.
soft
Oh my
and
god.
sweet and
Well, it's not even sweet.
Oh,
It's just
tart,
it's
yeah,
but it's savory, but
Mm.
because you can put various seasonings on it.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but a little, and then you just fry it up. Oh my god, they're so good. I love fried green
No,
tomatoes. It's good.
I haven't eaten dinner, so
I know I haven't
I
either.
don't know where I'm going from here, but it's gonna be somewhere with cold beers and hot chicken wings.
There you go. I like it. That
Just
works.
kidding, I'm going home. It sounds good.
There you go, Moby. Always
Next
the
segment we got going on here, and let me start off by saying this right here is not financial advice. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody who deals in money, which I guess would be everybody here,
yes.
investing is kind of a weird, touchy subject, and especially cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
And anybody that knows me has been big into Bitcoin for many years now. I think 2018 or 20, I don't even remember now. 2018, I think, was my first time buying it. So about 4 years I've been in. And there are signals to tell you when to buy and when to sell. And there's no science to anything. This is just...
But you keep watch. Isn't that the goal? You gotta pay attention.
You have to keep watch, and you try to base future on the past.
Mm-hmm.
And something that cryptocurrencies do, where they run in cycles, which are usually 4-year cycles, where they run up really high, and everyone says it's a scam, and then it sells off because it got too high, and everyone's like, haha, I told you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts to come up again, and then all the people that were like, haha, I told you, are now like, oh shit, let me buy some.
I missed out.
Which now goes up, and they make a lot of money.
Sure.
They tell their friends. Unfortunately, if you're the friend that I was in 2018, you kind of bought near the top.
Okay.
Which is fine, because any of these scales which you look at, there's a lot of volatility. Okay. It's up and it's down.
Okay.
But when you stretch it out over 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, that line really only goes up.
Okay.
And that's pretty much for any stocks. Which
sure.
You got inflation. Money costs more, so if everything doesn't go up in coherence, it doesn't make sense, obviously. Mm-hmm. So in Bitcoin right now, it just went from $70K, which people probably don't even know what that means, but $70,000 for one Bitcoin unit, and it's dropped down to now right around 20,000.
Wow. So
from a layman's term, if you had the money kicking around and you bought one Bitcoin for $70,000, it's now only worth $20,000. So it's bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not good. Very bad. So the first time, so 20,000 is where we're at, and that's right now. It's kind of a low point where we're at.
Okay.
When I first got into Bitcoin, it was about 17,000.
Okay.
And mind you, this was 4 years ago. It went up to an all-time high to about 20,000 then, and it came down from about a high of about 6,000. Okay. So we're at 6, and it went to 20. So if you bought in at 6 and it went to 20, you're a happy person.
Good. Sure.
You tripled your money.
But the other half.
From 20, which was right, again, I started buying right below 20. Mm-hmm. It went down to 3.
Ooh.
32.80 was the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty low.
Okay.
But mind you, from that 18 where I started buying,
yeah,
I started buying a little bit every week. And though it's, if you listen to what I'm saying, it sounds dumb. I started buying something at 18 grand, and I bought a little every week. So it went down to 16, I bought some more. It went down to 14, I bought some more.
Okay.
Down to 10, I bought some more.
Okay.
Down to 8, I bought some more.
How often do you have to pay attention? Like every day throughout the day?
I mean, in cryptocurrency, you should pay attention every day. And at the time, I did, and I was over-obsessed.
Okay.
Right now, I probably only look at it once a week.
Okay.
So right now, once a week.
That's good.
That's tolerable.
But you've had time to like really get to know how this goes.
And nobody who gets involved should spend as much time as I did. Mm-hmm. But I hate to say it, it's going to happen.
Yep.
It's a rabbit hole.
Yep.
And once you dig in, it's over.
You're in. Okay.
So here's the point. I started around 18, and I bought my way down to eventually bottoming it out at that 32.80 mark. Mm-hmm. From 32.80, again, it's got its up and downs. Okay. But over a couple year period, a $3,000 Bitcoin was then worth 70,000.
Wow.
So imagine if you bought, and I'm not talking, you gave someone $3,000 for a Bitcoin, because that's hard. No one's got $3,000.
Yep.
That's not how I did it. I did it by doing weekly.
Okay.
And mind you here, Bitcoin isn't a company. So it's not like I'm here advertising for a company that we're making money off. It's just it's an idea. That's it.
Sure.
And the more you look into it and read about it, maybe the idea seems better to you, maybe it doesn't.
There's potential, though.
Potential.
Mm-hmm.
But mind you, from someone who has spent hundreds of hours studying this asset, in trading, in investing, in winning, making money, losing money. I've done both. Mm-hmm. I've definitely made more than I've lost. And this isn't the same for everybody. But if you, what I would like to call, and people call dollar cost averaging,
okay,
which is what I did from that almost all-time high of 20 grand, 18 back down to that 3. So I bought a little bit every week, $50. I started to get addicted. So it's weird. I was addicting to the buying the $50 a week, even though every week it was worth less money.
Okay.
So it sounds crazy.
How many weeks did you buy when it was still going down?
I bought at that time, it was like 3/4 of a year.
Really?
So 40 weeks.
But so were you doing it with the idea of investment in mind? Like eventually
Long
term,
it
will go back up.
That was it.
Okay.
From what I've learned in these cycles, that it's basically a 4-year cycle. And it's not mathematics.
No, yeah.
You don't know if it's 4 years.
Sure.
It's past.
Sure.
Looking towards the future.
Sure. Okay.
So mind you, I kept putting my money in. And I put $50 in, and next week it was worth 46. And I put $50 in, and next week it was worth 42. And I put $50 in, and next week it was worth 40. So it sucked. But mind you, I put $48 in.
Yep.
And then I put $46 in. And I put 42.
Yep.
And then 40 and 39 and 30, and I kept doing it and doing it and doing it.
Yep.
So then now, as Bitcoin hit that point where one Bitcoin was worth a bottom of around $3,280, I at that point accumulated almost one Bitcoin.
Okay.
I was at 0.92. So I didn't quite get the one Bitcoin that I've always wanted, but I was close.
Okay.
Now over the next 2 years, that $3,200 Bitcoin was worth $70,000.
Wow. I couldn't do this.
$70,000. And it's not for the faint-hearted.
No.
And
I know I couldn't do this.
If anybody could get into it and not touch it, that's the key.
Really?
Because the first thing that happened was vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And I had money. And I was making money. And I was up like 10 grand. So I'm like, you're not up 10 grand if you don't spend it.
Use it.
So we went away to Niagara Falls. Beautiful vacation. Well worth it. To this day, I'll always look back as the first vacation that Bitcoin paid for.
Well, there you go.
And even if I lose more money to this day, I'll always have that great memory.
Absolutely.
But right now, Bitcoin just dropped from $70,000 down to $20,000.
The market's not doing good in general, so yeah.
And what was the last high? It was 20,000. So now the bottom is what the last high was. So this is where me as an investor, I start to buy.
Okay.
And do I go and stick $10,000? I don't have $10,000. Do I go and stick $1,000 into Bitcoin? I don't. Do I put $50 in this week? Well, I did. I bought $50 today. So if you didn't know yet why you're
learning now.
Next week I'll buy another 50.
Okay.
And the week after that I'll buy another 50. And do I think Bitcoin is going below the 20 grand it's at? I do.
Then why are you still doing it?
Because I can't just stick that $50 away and put 50 away and 50 away and 50 away, and then I got $1,000, and then, okay, Bitcoin's now worth 15 grand, let me buy it. That's the whole point of the dollar cost average.
Okay.
When you see it coming down and it hits what you think is a bottom, that's when you start to buy.
Okay.
Even though there's potential for it to go down, there's great potential for it to go up.
This is so confusing.
It's like any stock market. It really is. But the stock markets are hurting right now. Anybody that has a retirement plan, most retirement plans are in the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is down huge.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for people who have hundreds of thousands of dollars and they're ready to retire.
Yeah, I read an article today, as a matter of fact, where they talked about how this was going to be a big issue, especially for older individuals, and that really they're either going to have to work a little bit longer, or if they're already retired, they may have to go out there and find some supplemental income by getting another job somewhere.
Uber or something.
Yeah, which is really kind of like after you've spent all that time and investing and getting, a retirement plan set up, to only now be told, or by watching the market, recognizing and seeing that.
And most don't even recognize it. I mean, it's a tough situation, scene, market. It's something that if you're not in, you need to learn. And I'm not even talking crypto. I'm talking stock
in
market,
general.
It's money, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's a 401k, an IRA. I know this probably all sounds like Chinese to half of you, especially younger folks. But no, get some money into something, people. You need to, because you never know what's gonna happen. Like the price of gas.
Oh my gosh! I was looking out there today. I was like, "What the heck happened?"
It's scary.
It is.
I feel bad for the average person, and
and that's something to be said too, because we're coming into the summer. People want to get out. They want to go do things. They want to visit family, friends, just do something different, because we've been on lock for so long.
Years.
And then now to be able to have some freedom, but then know that you're going to be paying for it at the pump. It's like,
everywhere.
Yeah,
gas,
sucks.
Food.
Sucks.
Eggs. Yeah. Eggs are up higher than anything. And like I said again, thank you, Jason, for them free eggs. I got some in the car if you want eggs for dinner.
Good job, Jason. Oh, boy. You know what we didn't do?
What did we do? Tell them why you're mad.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the last segment. Why try to save it for the end?
Oh, all right.
Tell them why you're mad, Queenie.
All right. I have to say this because I experienced this today. I pretty much experienced it at least, 3 or 4 times a freaking week. It drives me nuts. But the whole idea of changing your password and having to remember symbols and numbers and letters and all of this stuff, it's driving me crazy. I absolutely hate it. And if you forget your password after typing it in maybe 2 or 3 times, and you have to go through this whole process and step to redo it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I try to use my notes to keep my passwords together, and for the most part I do. But sometimes, and I know there are some people out there who can empathize with me, you might have a kid, I'm not saying any names, but he's away right now, but who decides, let me use mom's laptop or whatever, and he's assuming he knows the password. Exactly. He's assuming he knows the password, and then after he's tried 3 times, he gives up.
Locked out.
And I don't know that until I'm like, let me get into my laptop, and I'm like, what the heck? What is it talking about? And now I have to change the password again. I was not happy, and it makes me mad, because I feel like a lot of people struggle, and you're not. They tell you you're not supposed to use the same password for everything because it's too easy to guess or someone else to figure out. So that's why there's some places or companies that are like, you got to use a symbol, you got to use a number or several different letters and patterns, and it's like, what the hell? So that's what makes me mad, because I don't, a girl that's had as many brain surgeries as I've had, I hate having to remember 8,000 different passwords. It's not easy. Somebody needs to fix this.
I definitely feel your pain. I forgot it was Friday, and I didn't even know we had a show tonight. So I was driving home, and I was like, fuck, I gotta go back to Queenie's house. So I feel you there. Passwords, I already told you, password, it's password. I'll keep it password.
Oh,
it's
gosh.
Password. Don't go to my bank saying you're me and type password, because you will then owe $487 for a past cable bill that's been due since you lived down in Hull 7 years ago. No, I haven't lived in Hull in many years, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So Shout out to my help people. If you're out there, give me a wave and a thumbs up.
There you go.
Give us a subscribe.
Yes.
Let us know how we're doing. We are changing studios.
Oh, yes, we are.
We actually probably shouldn't have been here tonight, but
It's all good.
one last time here at Studio 54. I said in episode 1, we're going to Studio 53.
Gosh, okay.
We're setting it up. We got an
Studio
answer for them.
54.
We got a riddle of the day.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
right.
want to repeat it? You want me to repeat it?
Sure. You repeat it, I'll give the answer.
The riddle of the day, folks. Poor people have it. Rich people want it. If you eat it, you'll die. It's gotta be fucking strychnine.
But no, the answer is nothing.
Nothing.
Poor people have nothing.
They have nothing.
Rich people want for nothing.
They need nothing.
Yes, they need
They
nothing.
need nothing.
And if you eat nothing, you'll die.
You'll die. If you drink water, you get, what, a week or so?
I don't even know.
3 days?
I hope longer than that.
I think you can live on a few
The
weeks
things
on water.
I learned
but
when I'm hanging out with
I
Moby.
forget. No water, you die in 3 days, I think. it is.
I don't know.
So you
I got
better
a lot of
drink.
research to do today.
3 days, no water, you're gonna die. It's hot out there. Drink your fucking water, people. I wasn't a dick enough today. I just want to blow up this. It's the last day. Let's crush the studio.
I know. I am excited about the new studio. I'm not going to lie. It
It's
should
gonna
be
be
good.
cool. T-shirts aren't out yet, but we're working on it.
It's
We're
all right.
actually 2 people shy of putting the order in, so fuck it, I'll buy them. I'll buy 2 more. Anybody want a T-shirt? Let me know.
Let us
The
know.
Moby's out. Queenie's here. We're doing the show next week.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Love you.
See you next week.
Bye.